Merry meet Gemini, Gemini sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all Geminis starting today, the 16th of October, 2020. Let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Geminis. We start out with a High Priestess card. Oops, hello. Followed by the Hermit card. Okay. And then we've got this Queen of Coins. This is nice. How nice for you. This is an improvement, isn't it? The High Priestess card has you having had to embrace the mystery recently. Like, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what anything means. And for most people, when they're going through that, sometimes they go crazy trying to get, a handle on what's happening. They want to know everything. They want to know all the details. I'm going to open this up to see, but it looks like that's not you. It looks like you've really done well trusting that the universe knows what it's doing. And right now it's saying you have this, well, I'm hoping you do. If not, it's recommending that you do this real clear relationship with your inner guidance, listening to that inner guide, not only following the guidance, but asking for the guidance. That's the most important part, because it's there only in potential until you engage it. So asking, what do I do? And, when you get this Hermit card, there's a couple things to remember. One is that there's no issue that's too insignificant to ask for assistance and guidance on, because in the spirit, there is no big and small. There's no important and trivial. It's all the same. It's all the same. You're either following your path or you're following something else, and your inner guide wants to get you right on the path. Because when you're on your path where you're supposed to be, everything works out for you. When you're doing something else, nothing works for you. So it really doesn't matter, from the point of view of your guide, what your question is. Because the question really ultimately is, how do I get back on my path? And so for us, it seems like we have a myriad of little problems or big problems, and we think, well, I'll just take the big stuff to the teacher. And it's saying, well, you don't have to do that. Just have a questioning mind about everything. Questioning mind about what to do about my relationship. Yeah, but what to do about dinner? What to wear? Which phone calls to start with, how to live my day, who to talk to, what to ask them, what to say to them, where to go, those kinds of, whatever it is, whatever is before you, asking for guidance is a smart idea, because then that mystery starts to reveal itself very clearly to you. And it's saying whatever you're given, your job is simply to nurture it, not to question it, not to evaluate whether it's what you should have or not have. As the universe gives you resources, which it will, your job is to nurture those resources. Whatever is before you, you're there to nurture it. You're there to make it grow. And for many of you, that means financial resources. And not to question them so much, not to say, well, is this going to be enough money or whatever? Just nurture it. And the way you nurture money from a spiritual perspective is not necessarily knowing how to invest it and all that, although that's fine. If that's part of your wheelhouse, you can use that. But it's really, how do I feel about this money? What are my thoughts about this money? Whose money is this? If you think, well, this is my money, then you're missing the point. You can just say instead, this is the universe's money and it's coming through me. And I'm here to make sure that it gets spent in the right way. And then when you're spending your money, how are you spending it? Are you not so much how are you spending it, where you're putting it, but what is your energy when you're spending it? Are you grateful or are you stingy? Are you fearful or are you loving? Right? That's how you nurture the money. Okay. You know what? I think I already did. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. 8 of coins, 7 of cups, 10 of cups. Wow. It's funny because this here, this Eight of Coins is exactly what I'm talking about. It's the attitude of how you handle money, your attitude when you're handling money. Now, this can be health too, but I really think it's money for most of you, and resources. So it's not so much how much money or where the money's going, but what is my attitude when I'm spending it or when I'm receiving it? When I'm receiving money, is my attitude, oh, I'm so grateful, or is it, this isn't enough? How's this going to last me? When I'm spending my money, is it, I'm so grateful that I'm getting whatever it is that I'm getting in return. I'm grateful for the gasoline in my car. I'm grateful for the food in my shopping basket. I'm grateful for the electricity that I'm paying this bill for. Or is it, this is too expensive, I'll never have enough? So it's really important to understand that it's not your money. It's the universe's money going through you, and it's there to be blessed by you. And that's why you need to ask every single step of the way what to do, not only with your money, although that's a big deal here, but with everything. Now, the Seven of Cups is saying when you do that, when you have a questioning mind about everything, Gemini, which is hard to, and don't judge yourself if you forget. But whenever you think of it, ask that inner guidance, ask that intuitive power within you. What's next? What's next? Trying to have that questioning mind no matter where you go and what you're doing. When you do that, everything upgrades, because that's what that inner guide wants for you. The inner guide isn't there to test you and to make sure that you have austerity and to make sure that, that it's a long, hard path for you. That inner guide is there to help you find those upgrades in your life, to make sure that everything works out well for you, that you defy all odds, that people look at you in wonder and say, I wonder what is Gemini's secret? How is it that everything seems to work out for them so well? What are they doing, right? And all you're doing is asking. You're practicing. We just had a lesson on practicing last Sunday. Excuse me. Everything is an opportunity for you to practice, and what you're practicing is asking. No matter what's in front of me, I'm learning how to ask that inner guide what I don't understand. I understand that my initial reaction or response to this thing might not be exactly what I need to do. So I'm asking for your help. How should I respond to this? What should I do about this? And then you follow that guidance to the best of your ability, but it's just in the asking. That's really the magic. The rest of it sort of takes care of itself, and you don't even have to be conscious of it. And things start to turn around for you in a big way. And so much so that you enter that happily ever after. And that happily ever after is really the celebration of the present moment, because that's where all of your abundance lies. This is the card of abundance, this 10 of Cups. It's the happily ever after card. Because when you are in the present moment, that is when that's where your abundance lives. And this abundance is universal. There's no part of your life that's not touched by this abundance. This is a wonderful card, this 10 of Cups. As long as you don't allow the ego, when those wonderful outcomes happen, the ego wants to carve them up and put them into linear time. As soon as something good happens, rather than you being in the present moment and recognizing that you're now one with the flow of your joy, your ego says, isn't that wonderful what happened? Do you see how subtle that is? It just put it right into linear time. That's no longer a state of being. Now that is an event that happened. So you have a nice memory now. It's no longer happening because it's been relegated to linear time. So now this is something that just happened, and it's taken you out of the flow. So don't do that. Don't allow that to happen. And if it does happen, you take your power back immediately and just say, I'm in the present moment. My happily ever after is now. And then ask. What is your lesson? This whole reading is ask. Ask. You don't have to make sense of the mystery. You don't have to know what to do. In fact, it's better if you don't. It's better if you recognize, I don't know what to do. I'm so happy I don't know what to do, because that's going to remind me to ask, because the hermit inside of me knows what to do. And I can ask that hermit to shine its light on any situation that I don't understand. And if I recognize that I don't understand any of it, then no matter what's happening, I'm in the automatic habit of saying, please shine your light on this situation. What should I do about this? Sometimes the hermit shines the light on the situation and it's obvious what to do or what to say or where to go or how to be. Sometimes the hermit shines the light on the situation and the situation just disappears altogether, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. But it's because you asked. You're the one in charge here. So that's your task, is to stay present in the moment by asking, and recognizing that the mystery is not your enemy. The mystery is your friend. All right, this is an amazing reading. You're doing so well. 2 trump cards here. So should you want to do any meditations over the next couple weeks, these 2 are indicated if you like guided meditations. The one for the hermit is called Working with Your Inner Guide, and the one for the high priestess, also listed as the popess, is called Working with the Goddess of Mystery. And you can find those meditations by going to the link in the video description of this video on YouTube. The link is to all those tarot meditations. So listen to the meditation for the hermit, and it's called the high priestess, but it's alphabetized under P for popess. Thank you so very much for watching, and we'll see you for another reading in a few weeks, Gemini. Until then, blessed be.